Sorry, guys, but I was just saying, it just feels like, when you're in a crisis, it feels like just random stabbing pain, like from all directions. You don't know where it's coming from, and it just hurts so bad. It's like unbearable, unbelievable pain. Like, literally, like the type of pain that I felt. I mean, where was I even going with this? Because I was just, self-awareness is very important, One thing I've realized, I'll just say this too, I guess, because I'm observant and I just like to, observe. I've definitely been an observer. Like, I feel like my threshold is probably, my pain threshold is probably 3 times that of some of the strongest people. 3 times at the same time, like, seriously, because the type of pain that I've experienced daily, like daily, as well as randomly or whenever, like, it's significant. You can't just run from it, you have to face it too. And that's another thing, like, running from pain, the pain overwhelms you, like you're gonna pass out, you succumb to the pain, and then it's all out war. And like, for sickle cell patients who are trying not to succumb to the pain, you'll see them start to keep to themselves. They're breathing, they're like literally like trying to keep it in. And a lot of people may think like, oh, they're not really hurting or anything like that, but really they're feeling a pain unimaginable. And right now they're trying, it's like spaghetti water, like how spaghetti water boils out of the pot and shit like that. It's literally like sickle cell patients are trying to literally breathe and blow on the water before it starts boiling all out of the pot. Because once it starts boiling out the pot, it's over. Like, it's unimaginable pain. Like, and nobody wants to get to the point. I mean, it's embarrassing once you're an adult. Like, as a kid isn't thinking about that, but like young adults and adults, and I don't want to call it embarrassing, because also I want to say I can understand how it's embarrassing, just unbecoming of yourself. And I have felt that way. So I have felt unbecome, like, just because I am a grown man, 24, 22, whenever it was, and my best friend Brian had to advocate for me because some nurse was just asking me dumb questions and not really getting a move on and shit. And like, he looked at me, looked at her, because I won't speak up too is another thing. He was like, do you think it's a good idea to be doing this right now? I'm not trying to be like this, but this is a grown man crying. Like, you see this grown man crying and you're asking him questions. And that's real shit though. Like, it's so unbecoming. Already I'm a man, I'm tall as fuck, but when it's so to that point, it's boiled over, you're literally rolling, crying in tears. It's unimaginable. It's pain unimaginable. And it's really like, I can't, you don't nobody want to just, especially if the ER is full of 20 people and all this other stuff, you want to, everybody's sitting and waiting because they can sit and wait. But like, you may have, sometimes I've had to pace, like in pain, in my waist, I'm pacing, because if I sit down, I know I'm gonna succumb to the pain. Sometimes, and people, how are you pacing? How are you walking? Like, if you're in so much pain, because if I sit down, I'm gonna explode, and y'all aren't doing nothing, so I can't sit down. Like, we'll do a lot of things to run and mitigate our pain, to run from and try to mitigate our pain. And I'm just saying, it's just so unbecoming to be in an ER that's not actively taking care of you around other 25 other people who coming in there for cold and flu symptoms and bullshit, you're screaming and crying and flailing, don't let you have taken yourself, don't let you not have had no help. You still have to advocate, you still have to tell them, like, because then otherwise they're gonna look over you, you're not gonna get the proper treatment. So like, I don't know, we do a lot to have to mitigate our pain, and I just feel like this is why I'm starting this channel. Just I want to change the narrative on sickle cell, and change the narrative, bring an honest perspective, like a real perspective on this shit, because like, it's real. Like, people would never imagine, even if I didn't open up my mouth, because I look pretty decent. I can tell I look kind of healthy. I don't look like, my hair not really healthy, but I look healthy, I look good, and I take care of myself. Like I said, I have low symptoms of crisis, like huge acute crisis pains. I more so have these constant chronic pains now, because it's come to this point of just having to be on so much pain medicine and being in the hospital with these major events. Like, since the last time, which was probably a year and 6 months ago, when I had a major event, which I had never had in a major total body event like this, almost died type shit. Like, my body ain't been right. And yes, I look healthy, and I want to share what I've done to maintain to this point. I'm 25 years old and stuff like that, but I can see just at the levels I'm at, this is not sustainable at 35. Even in 10 years, the way that sickle cell is treated in the nation, and this is not going to be sustainable. I just have stories. I don't know if I'm just talking endlessly, like, without any direction, because I know I just started so many points. And I'm so scatterbrained, but I'm not really scatterbrained. It's just that I'm having a million ideas all at once, and like, I'm trying to like navigate through them all. Which is why I'm not really looking at the camera as well, but also like, because I'm in this bank of endless thoughts and stuff like that. That's another thing, like, this sickle cell and just all of having to be mindful and having to be present and stuff like that. I'm very aware, like, in ways that I feel like other people may not be totally aware, may not be diligent enough to train themselves to. But also, I just have so many thoughts. I've always been like this too, but when you have nothing but time to yourself to think, you got to be in your head, escape your pain in your head, like, it backs you into this corner. But like I was saying, this is not sustainable. Like, 20 years down the line, if there's not a child like me or somebody like me who can speak eloquently and fluently on the situation to let my point be known, and I have a good treatment plan. I have good doctors and nurses. My mom was a nurse, so excellent support system. She knew exactly what to do, and she had things she could try herself. Healthy living, like, I'm Nigerian, so like, I ate differently than like just fast food and processed food. It helps, and I can see that it's definitely, I want to share this kind of knowledge, but also just even where I am in this spot, in this